So here's a quick question for you. Have you ever made a decision not because it was right, but because you were afraid of what would happen if you didn't? I mean, yeah, you did, right? I do that too, once in a while. So today I want to talk to you about something a lot of us do without realizing it. And that is making decisions out of fear. And more importantly, how we can stop making the same mistake over and over again. So, welcome back if you're coming back, and welcome if it's your first time. And we are sharing guidance and everything to do with life. So just take what resonates with you and let's get into it. So, what does it actually mean to make a decision out of fear? I mean, it's when your choices are driven more by what you're trying to avoid than by what you actually want. And you stay in a relationship because you're afraid of being alone. You stay in a job you hate because you're afraid of uncertainty. You say yes when you mean no because you're afraid someone won't like you. It's subtle but powerful. And over time, it builds a life that looks safe on the outside but feels really small on the inside. And I've also been there. Once, too many times, I've done the same thing. Made decisions just out of fear. And it took me 15 years to realize my mistake. Actually, I knew my mistake, but I still kept making the same mistake just because I was afraid. There were times I convinced myself I was being practical or realistic, when honestly, I was just scared. Scared of rejection, scared of failure, scared of looking stupid. But here's the thing I'm learning. Fear is loud, but it's not always wise. And if we are not careful, we start making fear for logic. And we call it being responsible when it's really just being afraid. So how do we stop making fear-based decisions? Here's what's been helping me. At least it's helped me, and I hope it helps you too. So first and foremost, pause before you decide. If your gut reaction is panic, don't rush. Just give yourself space. Because fear loves urgency. And this is one tactic that most of the narcissists use. They create urgency in something so that you will not have a chance to have a second thought about what they want you to do. And then they just manipulate you into doing what they want. And then you make wrong decisions. So we need to be mindful. We need to pause before we decide anything. And the next one is ask the right question. So ask yourself, instead of what if this goes wrong, try asking, what if this goes right? Or maybe even better, what do I actually want? And you will find that with asking yourself these questions, you will get your right answers. And nobody has to teach you in any way how you can answer these questions. Only you will know the answer to these questions. And the other thing that we can do is get curious about the fear. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of here? Then ask, and what would I do if I weren't afraid? You'd be surprised how different the answers are. I mean, look, fear isn't the enemy. It's trying to protect us, but it's not meant to be in charge of our decisions. Courage isn't about not feeling fear. It's about not letting fear make your choices for you. Because you are allowed to want more. You're allowed to take up space. And you are allowed to build a life that feels true to you, even if it scares you a little. And I hope that helps somebody. And if this hit home for you, just know you're not alone. So just think about it. Have you ever made a decision out of fear, and what would change if you stopped? So if you found this helpful, please like and share it with someone who needs it. And if you're trying to make a big decision right now, just take a deep breath and get quiet and ask yourself, what would I choose if I wasn't afraid? And with that, I'm guided to stop here, and I will see you in the next one. So till next time, take care of yourself, and with much love, God bless.